All right, what's up, y'all? Ghost Flows here from the Ghost Flow Speakeasy Podcast, Real Life Music Crew, COB Indiana chapter at COB Worldwide. Soot. All right, so I wanted to do a little video today just on some nostalgia stuff, right? Like everybody's used to streaming music and downloading it off of like iTunes or whatever sites you want to go to get it off of. Not a whole lot of people really go out and get physical copies of things, right? But I want to bring up a little bit of a nostalgia moment for you and show you one of the cassette tapes, not CDs, cassette tapes that I still have from one of my favorite artists from way back in the 90s, still doing music today. Matter of fact, went independent and started really figuring out how to get all this stuff online and everything so he could still stay up and compete with what's going on today. But a really cool piece of history with a cassette tape from Spice One. I'm gonna show it to you in just a minute. Check this out.
Yeah. Trap, man. Ghost flows, speak easy. Ghost flows, speak easy. Ghost flows, speak easy.
All right, so like I was saying, I wanted to share a little piece of nostalgia with you. So, not a CD necessarily, but with all the streaming and all the downloads and stuff, sometimes it really makes me miss record stores. And because this YouTube channel kind of runs parallel with some of the stuff I talk about on the Ghost Flow Speakeasy podcast, one of the early episodes we talked about OG Classic and myself talked about online versus record stores, and we gave a little bit of history about both. Some numbers and whatnot, but the main thing was we both kind of concluded, and we're kind of old school, but we both kind of concluded that overall we really prefer the record stores. We prefer getting out there. When you used to discuss and debate things with people, you kind of struggle to see which album you wanted, or you couldn't wait to open up that package and stuff. Well, one of the first rap albums I ever bought, especially like with explicit lyrics content, was Dr. Dre's The Chronic album. Was like one of the first ones that I ever had bought or whatever, and it was a cassette. But one of my favorites all time is definitely Spice One, and I just happen to have Spice One cassette tape, right? So I just kind of wanted to give a little nostalgic moment and share the cassette tape. So the thing I love about it is back in the day, you used to peel off the package. Everything would be cool. You get really excited about it and stuff. And then, you got your cassette. For those of us who know, pencils or pens came in real handy with these things, right? Pencils and pens came in real handy. Sometimes for people who never got to see these before, especially kids, right? You put it in your little Walkman. Right, you put it in there, and sometimes the tape would get pulled out, and so you'd have to kind of get it out of there, situate it, try to straighten it out, and you'd use like a pen or a pencil, and you'd rotate the inside of the gear there and get it all tightened back up and stuff. Fun times, right? Or whatever. But like the cool thing about it is like I always couldn't wait to get the package out and open it. Something that's missing a lot of times with the online stuff is the tangible things you could hold in your hand. And so you pull it out, there'd be extra pictures in there, there'd be a track listing. Sometimes you'd even have like lyrics to all the songs. Of course, you'd have the record label logos and all of that. And sometimes you'd even have like thank yous and things on the sleeving and everything. And this happened even in CDs and stuff. It's just different format depending on what you try to use, right? Still got one of my all-time favorite Spice One tracks on there with Welcome to the Ghetto and all of that. And I know a lot of guys prefer even vinyl records and stuff over that, but I always thought it was really cool to have a nostalgic moment with a cassette tape. So if anybody else still has, I have a few more cassette tapes around, but this is probably one of my favorites. Unfortunately, I I don't even think I have anything right now that plays a cassette player, but I know you can find them at stores and pawn shops and antique shops and stuff like that. So I may have to pick up one just to enjoy the cassette tape version of this, even though I do have the online streaming version of it and everything. So if you're a collector of like older, nostalgic pieces when it comes to music and stuff, comment below and share it with me. Let me know. Or you can email me, or if you got a question about it or something, you can always email me at ghostflowsspeakeasy, all one word, @gmail.com and all of that. But nothing major, just a quick video. I like sharing some of these little things. We talk about these type of things on the Ghost Flow Speakeasy podcast. And we have a lot of fun with it, nostalgic moments, or just talking about old artists and everything anyway. So sometimes you can still find record stores in your area if you look them up, and they may still sell some CDs. A lot of people will still sell vinyl for DJs and things that still like to spin vinyl. But every once in a while you'll come across a place who's that nostalgic and has these old cassette tapes. So if you've got some, I'd love to hear about it too. All right? So, we'll continue to bring you more content, try to improve the channel as I grow and get this thing going. Like I said, check out the Ghost Flow Speakeasy podcast. I'll leave the Anchor app link below. And you can also see it on Spotify, Stitcher, Listen Note, Google, Apple Podcasts, wherever you can find podcasts. Typically, you're going to see it on there. And look forward to talking to y'all more on the channel and everything. So, as always, whatever you're doing, be safe with it, right? And speak easy.